Arms are on the agenda. Arms are on the freaking agenda. So, Planet Fitness, again, it's the weekend. You know, the two other gyms I go to, the Y and Metro, they close down at 6. I hate it. Not good for me, right? Because I was taking a mean nap earlier, so needed to get some rest pre-lift. But I already slammed the pre. Scoop of hostility and the bloodshot, if you're curious. But I'm trying to think of what the workout's going to be. I mean, I basically already know it's going to be a ton of push downs, a ton of curls. That's really all there is for arms. But the exact variations and like methods, it's to be determined, you know, because I could do even just bar pushdowns. I could do in kind of a couple of different ways. Like I could just do the stack with a W bar pushdown, you know, the easy bar curl attachment, right, and go really heavy, right, to the point where I'll have to add a plate or two to the stack, you know, to make it extra heavy. And I could do that and really just try to move around as much weight as possible. Or I could go a little lighter, just do the stack and really focus on squeezing at the bottom. You know, the basic two styles of sets you can do are, you know, as heavy as possible, just moving the weight around, or, you know, really focusing on the, like on the squeeze, going slower, lighter weight. That'd be more like push downs with a rope, or maybe some single arms. You know? And then you can kind of do a blend of the two. You know, maybe I do a heavy set and then drop the weight, focus on the squeeze for the end. You know, the more varied you can make your training, you know, within reason, probably the better. You know, I wouldn't want to be out here trying to do like 3 reps of skull crushers, right? Like a weight where I can only do 3 reps with skull crushers. That's it's a little bit foolish. But you know, heavy pushdowns countered with maybe light single arm kickbacks or some random shit. You know, as long as I'm hitting the tricep and I can feel it burning, then that ended up being a productive set. And curls, you know, same logic. Dumbbell. Let's think of I'll probably end up doing dumbbell, machine preacher, uh, perhaps some cable curls. You're gonna see all of it. Whatever. We'll talk about it then. There's really nothing else to say. Let's just get started. Ended up picking the heavy method, kind of jerry rigging a plate onto the stack. But instead of just doing the straight bar push down, what I'll do is I'll grab the long D handles and kind of start underhand. But as I finish the rep, it sort of transition into more of an overhand push down. You gotta just have to try it for yourself. But it's kind of, I mean, for me, I'm pretty strong in the movement, but it also kind of gives me that like pulling the handles apart feeling that I'll get with a rope. So, I mean, as an opener, this is perfect. I'll probably sit here and do maybe, I don't know, at least 3 sets of this, same weight. Oh. Oh. that stretch at the top from the underhand combined with a stronger sort of neutral grip push at the bottom, I'm feeling a pretty good amount of thrashing being done to the triceps. Oh my god. Oh. All right, let's take this plate off. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. So even just doing one movement, just these fucking push downs with the long handles, I feel like my fucking triceps are already, I mean, we're getting close to just fucking fully pumped, as well as fatigued, right? You know, obviously, I don't want to just end the workout because I'm fully pumped. Well, let me rephrase. The goal of the workout isn't just to get fully pumped, because I could sit here with like fucking 20-pound single arm, just burn out with one arm at a time. I'd get a fucking full pump, but I wouldn't get that stimulus in the muscle from the heavy weight. All right, I'd say an even mix of light pump work and heavy, fucking go hard work. It's gonna combine into some at least a solid amount of growth. Okay. Actually, I'll do one more and then I'll move on to something else. I'm not sure what, but these feel fucking sick. All right, let's, I don't know, we'll figure it out. So now I'm actually gonna use a real handle, not just the individual B handles, but I'm not just gonna do it like sitting here upright reps like normal. I'm kind of gonna bend over. So it'll almost simulate like a skull crusher. You get what I'm saying? Like it'll almost simulate a skull crusher, right? Yeah, exactly. So, compared to just doing it like upright, I swear I get a way better stretch doing it like these. It's the same shit. Like I'm taking my elbow from here to here, but it just feels a little different. So I'll probably do 2 sets with the stack. Oh. All right. Let's do something else for the finisher, the last set. But those felt sweet. Super light. Just these 2 cables. Honestly, these 2 cables being this distance apart is pretty much perfect. You could do it on any cable stack, but it gets a little trickier the wider they are. But I've only got the 20 on either side. So I'm gonna do one arm, reach across like this, and then just extensions. I mean, the same thing with any tricep movement. All you're doing is taking your arm from bent to straightened, just, in a variety of different ways. So no need to really get crazy thinking about it. I'll just try to fucking squeeze the shit out of them and then start curls. Okay, triceps are now complete. All right, so I curled the 30s, the 50s, the 60s. I'm ready for the fucking 75s. I'll throw some straps on for heavy dumbbell curls just because the action of kind of twisting them and just doing the whole fucking thing, by the time I put down the weight, I feel like I've got a fucking forearm pump. So strapping in kind of takes my forearms out of the equation. I don't have to grip on so hard. Because I'm not trying to work my forearms, I'm trying to fucking hit my biceps. So let's throw these around for as many as possible. Oh my god. One more. Holy fuck. Oh. 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 So, while it's not perhaps being the most visually satisfying set in terms of its performance, like those last few reps were getting pretty dirty. The fucking amount of fatigue I'm feeling in my biceps is, I'd go so far as to call it bananas. Let's move on to something else. So for a while, I never even used this preacher curl just because I didn't like the way that the handles felt. Like, I'd get kind of a lot of tension in my forearms. It just kind of felt weird on my wrists. But grabbing a fancy little D handle right here, strap it around, something about the fact that this moves around a little bit while I'm doing the curls just makes it way more comfortable for me. So with any single-sided movement, like if you're doing single arm pull downs or single leg extensions or whatever, always start with your weaker side first and match the reps to the stronger side. So for me, my right bicep's lagging a little bit. My right one's lagging a little bit behind the left one. So I'm going to start with the right. Let's say I get 10 reps. Once I hit 10 on the left, even though I may have like 2 more in the tank, I'm going to call it, right? Just so the right one gets a tiny bit more work, can catch up, but doesn't get so much work that it could perhaps overpower the left one, if you can follow my logic. I know a lot of people get pretty concerned with muscular imbalances. Add some of these in, you'll be good. Don't worry about it too much. All right, let's do some kind of, I don't know, very similar to the last movement, but instead of a machine, it'll just be some dumbbell preacher curls. Now, there's no dedicated preacher bench in here, but you just put a fucking normal bench up to maybe a little more than 45-ish. Perfect. Okay, well, I kind of cheated towards the end. So that set was a lot differently executed than the first one. A little bit heavier, and I didn't go all the way to a stretch position at the bottom. But again, I mean, my fucking biceps are dying right now. Apart from those dumbbell curls in the beginning, doing a lot of palms up executed curls, right? So think about this. I was just saying this last arm day. When you do like a dumbbell curl, right, and your hands start in this fucking sideways position, right, you're basically starting it right in this little beginning portion like a hammer curl. And you're getting a lot of forearm helping you in the beginning of the rep. But when you do a set of biceps or a set of curls where your palms are up from the beginning, right, the only thing that's gonna fucking bend your arm is gonna be your bicep, right? Your forearm should be pretty much, I don't know, close to out of the equation. So, same kind of thing here. Same kind of thing here. The machine is such that my forearms are gonna be locked in place with my palms facing up. So this is just gonna be constant bicep tension throughout the whole reps. I think I'll do 2 sets here. Okay. That's enough of these. Whether or not my head is poking at it, no, we're good, totally in frame. So, 2 more sets. I know I'm gonna like these laying cable curls. So, I'll do 1 set for sure. If it feels really good, I'll do another one. But if it feels like trash, I don't know, maybe I'll do some kind of, maybe I'll go back to the preachers, I'm not sure. But, I mean, this is pretty much the same shit as doing standing cable curls. It's just I don't have to worry about balance because I get to just lay down on the seat. Let's go a little heavier, goddammit. There we go. Okay. That felt good, but I want to do something else. I don't want to do another one of those. Oh, oh, jeez. So I burned out with the 40s before that set with the easy bar, but that was behind the camera. So let's put this shit away and go check the pump. Arms are done. There we go. All right, so the locker room was actually being used. Obviously, I'm not going to film in there if somebody's actually fucking changing. But I mean, for the most part, people are just grabbing their shit. So I don't feel too weird doing a pose down in there, usually. But I'll actually do one out in the open. Let's see how the arms look. They should be. Fuck, God. It's hard for me to even grab the collar with both arms at once. Oh my goodness. So, let's see. This should be reasonably decent lighting. Oh yeah. Oh, we're definitely working with something here. Oh shit. I tell you what, it's definitely hard to beat an arm pump. Oh. Just looks so brooding. All right, one more and then we're done. What do you think? Was that pumped? Stupid question. Yeah, very stupid question. Oh, I gotta fucking actually add water to the cluster dextrin shake. I was in a little bit of a rush, so I didn't actually make it before I came into the gym. I just fucking threw the powder in and made my way out. So what time is it right now? I can't. Is there a clock? No. So it's like 8:45. I got in at like 7:30. Hour 15 for arms. That sounds about right. You know, for me, a basic rule is I'd say a single muscle group should take about 45 minutes. Because by the time you've done, like I fucking always say, like a broken record, 8 to 12 hard working sets. Oh, no, you're totally good. Well, now you're gonna walk in front of it. Oh. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh. But yeah. So by the time you've done 8 to 12 hard working sets, you should be fully pumped. And normal amounts of rest period. Minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes in between your sets. That should be enough to recuperate. We're not powerlifting, so we don't need 5 minutes in between singles to fully replenish our strength. For most of my volume, I don't really require any more than like really 2 minutes of rest. Now there are exceptions. When I do squats, that's like that's like 5 minutes of recovery. But doing triceps or bis, maybe a minute. Shoulders even less. Oh my god, when I do shoulders, since for me, shoulders is really just about the burn. It's not so much about the weight. I may do fucking 45-second rest periods, but really, as a basic rule, it's just until I feel like I've caught my breath and I'm ready to do that weight for at least a comparable amount of reps, right? Like when I was doing those sets of pushdowns with the two individual D handles, obviously the reps decreased each set, right? But I don't know, how many did I do on the first one? Like maybe 20? And then the second one was more like maybe 18 and then kept going down, 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 down up to like 12. I mean, that's pretty much about right. I wouldn't want to do a set, wait 30 seconds, do another one, and only get 5 reps, including partials. That's definitely not enough time. And then I also don't need to wait 5 minutes because by the 2 minute mark, I can do a fucking comparable amount of reps. There's no need to be in here forever. And honestly, the longer you take, I don't know, I just feel like you're not really going to get as good of a pump. Like if I was in here hitting arms for 3 hours, I'd probably hit my peak pump at like, I don't know, halfway-ish. And then the rest would just be unnecessary fluff work. So another Planet Fitness arm day under the belt with an insanely freaky pump to boot. So let's go get in the car and fucking, well, actually, let's go make the shake and then get in the car. All right. So that was a fucking freaky pump. Like even more so than normal. I guess everything just fucking clicked today. Crazy fucking stretch and squeeze with those two handle pushdowns in the beginning. And then fucking all those sets of curls were just adding more and more blood into the biceps. It's sick. And again, there was no fucking program, right? It's not like I went from each movement and I could explain to you exactly why I wanted to do that one, right? I've just kind of lifted for so long and done so many different kinds of exercises that I just know what I'm going to like, right? So ideally, that's the kind of the flow state that you want to get into. Obviously my training has some constraints, right? 11 sets, maybe 8 to 20-ish reps, but the movements, they're up to, I wouldn't say up to chance, but they change around a lot. But let's slam the cluster dextrin and get my ass home. Wow. That's oh, I didn't realize the water fountain was like lukewarm. Oh, fuck. All right, yeah, I should fucking make those at home. That was a fool's move. Oh, oh. Yeah, warm protein and carb shake. I would not recommend it. Oh. I mean, it wasn't warm, but that was not cold. Oh shit, is this guy about to fucking hit me? Oh, you're crazy, man. Fuck. Parking lot antics. But yeah, fucking gnarly arm pump. I came in with pretty much the exact amount of time that I would want for an arm day. An hour and a half, a little longer, because obviously, I got the warm up in the beginning. More extensively, got to warm up tries, because by the time I finish my whole tricep workout, my forearms are warm, my shoulder rotator whatevers, they've gotten some action, some activation. So I mean, for curls and biceps, all I had to do was a couple sets, and then they were ready to go. But what else? What else is there to reference? Oh yeah. Is this day 200? Whoa! Oh, holy moly! Would you believe it? I can't. I totally forgot about that. I mean, it's just a number. No matter. I don't care if it's day 1000, right? We're gonna fucking just hit a lift and get a gnarly pump. That's basically a given every day ever. Barring scheduling issues, sickness, or any other acts of God which may stop me from getting to the gym and getting a filthy pump. But who would have thunk? Who'd have thunk it? 200 of the bulk. Not me. I fucking remember saying some shit about being done at 130. So don't worry, I'm starting to get an itch. I'm getting that itch to get lean. Trim down a little bit, resensitize my metabolism. Because I tell you what, it definitely gets hard to eat. Like my weight, it's like it shot up in the beginning of the bulk, and then it's kind of been fluctuating. So it's definitely good to stay in a bulk fed state for a while. Really lock in whatever weight you actually gained. I said this analogy before, or not even an analogy, really just an observation, right? During my first month of bulking, going from 2,500 calories to fucking, a bazillion, like fucking 4 or 5,000, I pretty much jumped up like 8, 10 pounds. But that was really just intramuscular water and carbs, right? So if I were to have stopped the bulk after the scale hit 240, after like a fucking month, or a month and maybe a little bit of change, as soon as I started dieting down again, I wouldn't be any fucking heavier. I wouldn't have made any muscle mass, right? Like if you're the lifter who's just bouncing between bulking and cutting, you can't really stick to either one. You gotta fucking make up your mind, right? You're not gonna get lean if you can't stick to a calorie deficit over an extended period of time, and you're not gonna make any substantial gains if you're not eating enough food, right? Ideally in a surplus, but you can main gain as well, as long as you actually hit your protein and eat just around maintenance, maybe just a touch over. But there's no getting around those two facts. If you're not losing weight fast enough, or if you're not as lean as you want to be, you're gonna have to face reality and dial back the calories a touch, and vice versa. If you're the guy who's saying, oh, "Dude, I eat a lot," no, no, dude, you don't even know how much I eat. I mean, if I were to follow you, if I were to like stalk you for a day and track all of the food that you're eating into the stupid simple macro tracker, that dude's probably eating 2,000 calories and like 30 grams of protein. Right? You gotta face facts, man. What you eat is the number one factor which will change how you look. I could train as hard as fucking possible forever, but if I was eating 2,000 calories and that was like my limit, I would never break. Uh, Honestly, I don't even. If I was eating 2,000 calories like indefinitely from right now onward, dude, I would fucking get light. I would get light after a while. Because when you hear 2,000 calories, everybody knows 2,000 calories. That's like your recommended amount of food for the average dude. Guess what, man? The average dude is not trying to pack on muscle. The average dude is not training every day and ideally doing cardio in the morning like he should. He's just, honestly, I mean, now fucking the average dude, he doesn't do anything. He goes to work and maybe just sits down all day and comes back home. If you wanna, if you wanna look not average, right, you got to do shit that the average person isn't doing. This isn't new information, but I think it kind of needs what the fuck? I was about to say resuscitated. It kind of needs reiterated. There we go. If you catch yourself doing the exact same shit as the guy next to you, you're not gonna look any different than him. You're not gonna look any freaking different than him. Fuck, man, that's all I gotta say. A couple of weeks left of the bulk. I know I've been saying that forever. Eventually, it'll be true, but I guess I'll probably keep saying it because I do like being in a fed state, like being bulked up. It's fun. It's very enjoyable. I don't have to worry about being hungry. But the gains they're slowing down. I'm pretty much plateaued at this point, so I'm gonna try to wring just a little bit more out of this bulk, and then trim down. Shouldn't even take too long to get some crazy veins and striations popping out because I'm not really too high in the body fat. What am I trying to fucking say? I'm reasonably lean, so for me to start trimming down, it won't take long to add to the freak factor. So hopefully you guys had a good lift, And don't worry. I know I was getting some comments that were like, "What's gonna happen after the bulk? Are you gonna stop these videos, dude? Are you crazy? Are you insane? Right? We're on a bullet train right now. Right? These videos are gonna. Well, no. What am I thinking? We're in a factory right now, and these lifts are gonna get pumped out indefinitely. Right? Do not worry about that. Holy shit! Fucking speed demon running this red light or stop sign. Oh, whoops! Ran out of storage. But all I was gonna say was, hope you had a fucking good lift. Will have a good lift. Are having a good lift right now. Whenever this video relates to your lift. But I'll see you next time.